welcome to another episode of Niagara Falls Street News. Today we have a special guest, Rashid. This brother has taken all his efforts, all his time, into writing a book, a novel, that he has come here to put out on Niagara Falls Street News to let the people know that he actually has good work in the making and for you to go out and get the book. Without any further ado, I would like to introduce you to Rashid. Well, with your first book out, how does it feel to actually have your dream right in front of you?
It feels good. It feels satisfying. I worked so hard for this. Put a lot of energy into it, a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of my struggles, ups and downs, shortcomings. It feels real good, satisfying.
Well, before we actually go into the book, let's let the people know a little about you. Before writing, what were you doing?
Wow, that's a terrific question. I was doing a lot of negative things. I was selling drugs, robbing people, double-crossing people, couldn't be trusted. I guess I could have been considered a snake. And I kind of represented that to the highest degree.
Well, did anything result from that? Any jail time or anything like that actually resulted from that life?
Oh, yes. 5 years, actually. 60 months. So that's when I had time to sit back and reflect. 60 months, 5 years. I did 5 years, and within those 5 years, I came to the conclusion that it has to be a better way because I felt like it was more to me than just rotting away in a jail cell.
Well, how do you actually deal with, now that you're home, you know what I mean, you're trying to do good, how do you actually deal with the limited resources that are available to you, being an ex-felon, on parole, and having to live by their guidelines, and at the same time try and chase your dream? You know, you got curfew you got to abide by, you got weekly reports, the constant harassment coming from parole, showing up at your house. How do you actually deal with that and at the same time still find time to actually promote your book and go out here and let the people know that you actually have something good to give to the people?
Yeah, see, I put Allah first and I put myself second. I'm a Muslim, and as a Muslim, it's a hadith that says, and it's also in the Quran, it also says, the whole world can get together to give to cause you harm, but they can't cause you no harm except for what Allah already has for you. And the whole world can get together to benefit you of the thing, but they can't benefit you unless Allah already has it in store for you. And I believe this is a gift from Allah, taking my talent and my capabilities and sharing it with the world, so everybody don't have to follow the path that I follow.
Alhamdulillah. Well, for the people that don't know, what actually programs does the state of New York and parole has set up for ex-offenders?
The jail you just left home from. That's what I think. Because I don't really see it as, let me slow down. First of all, in order to help a person, you have to understand where that person's coming from. You have to actually be able to identify with why this person is the way they are. If you can't understand that, you actually can't help them. Because they're reaching out and you can't grasp hold of nothing because you're on two different planes. So I don't think it's nothing that they have to offer.
That's deep right there. Well, you being an ex-offender, if you could actually speak to parole and actually speak to the state of New York and actually give them some programs or encourage them to start programs that would actually help ex-offenders, what would them programs be?
Well, first, you have to get brothers to look at themselves, because a lot of people don't think there's nothing wrong with them. People just run around every day, figuratively speaking, with a loaded gun to their head every day, and they're not even aware that they living in a constant state of madness. So first, I would tell parole, get people that understand the people that you're dealing with. Don't just be quick to judge people and slap cuffs on people, but have some understanding and compassion, because they're still people. Regardless of whatever route they took to go to prison, you still have to give them a second shot. It's not like in the old days when you just lynch people and that's it. They go to prison, do their time, come back, give people a shot.
Well, actually, the rate of people that actually come home from prison and actually revert back to their previous life is actually high. The rate of people that actually stay out here and do right like yourself is a very low percentage. So what actually made you and gave you the encouragement to want to do right and not turn around and fall back into the robbing, the stealing, the drug selling, and everything else that came with that life that got you that 5 years in a state penitentiary?
I was committed to change. I was real committed to that. Instead of just sitting here blaming other people, I took responsibility for it. The reason my kids separated and spread out in different households is my fault. I made those decisions. I sold the drugs. I tricked people. I did all of that. And when I was in prison alone by myself, you know you can't really see in the mirror because it's murky, but the image that I saw was me. So that's who did it. So that's who had to be fixed, me.
Well, what people, actual people in your life, actually helped you from the beginning with all the ups and downs and everything else you've been through? Who are some, naming a few, some of the people that always stuck by your side, no matter if you was in prison, if you was robbing people, and when you actually decided to change your life and do your right thing, who are the people that actually stood there and say, Rashid, keep going, this is a good idea. Rashid, I'm by you. Rashid, I'm here with you. Who are them people? Name a few.
First, my grandmother, then it's my mother, Betty, my cousin April, my Uncle Larry, my Uncle Alvin, my brother Tony, my brother Hood. I mean, we're going to leave it at that. My brother and all my brothers, my Auntie Ann, my Auntie Sharon, everybody. And also, I had a friend, Riz, who just kept telling me, don't give up. He always called me Martin Luther King. He said I'm too passive. He called me Martin Luther King / Gandhi. And he said I'm too passive and I'm too easy going. But I understand, like, aggression is what got me there. Prison, I mean. Assertiveness is what's going to take me to the next level and get this into the hands of people that want to understand what I've been through.
I'm glad we have a light understanding of actually the life you actually lived before writing. And when we come back from this quick commercial break, we will actually follow and have more with Rashid, and we will actually go into the new book that he actually has out. So after this commercial break, make sure you stay tuned, because we will be back with Rashid.